Hi, everybody. It's me, Mitch, live from Melbourne, Florida. If anybody is truly alive on a Tuesday, it's Tuesday night. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you, everybody. How are we doing? 48 people so far? Oh, it's a start. It's a start. Those of you that are here before the rest of them, we know the really important people get here early. We know that. We won't tell them. They may be off watching some other live stream for some odd reason. I can't figure it out. Furrow Grandma says there's 3 live streams to choose from right now. Who am I up against? Wow. That's okay. That's why cable TV has thousands of channels. Something for everybody. Something for everybody. Well, good evening to you. Good evening to you. And I saw a comment already that my arms are showing. Sandy Blythe says it must be warm. It's 56 degrees outside. Probably about 72 in here. It's comfortable in here. Instead of the low being in the mid-30s like it was last night, tonight it's going to be in the mid-50s. In fact, 56 is the lowest it's going to get. It'll be that way tomorrow morning. So got a little bit of a warming trend coming down here. Should last a week. I'm looking forward to it. Lately, you only see me in that Tampa Bay sweatshirt because it's the warmest thing I got. I'm getting tired of wearing it. So tonight I thought I would take advantage of the warmer weather, the warmer house. Wear one of my Caribbean t-shirts. I think it's got an American flag on the back. Yeah, it does. Look at that. Look at that. How cool. How cool. Well, first one in was Mary M. Usually first one in. Hi there, Mary. How you doing? Sandy Blythe says I'll be there. And Visual Keto, I get up at work at 6. I'll be listening on the road. Good. And Jem, let me explain. In my efforts to try to keep the trolls and the idiots out of our chats, because they can be very disruptive, I've been trying to use the YouTube setting that only allows subscribers to chat. So if you want to chat with all the rest of the good people, Sherry says, Mitch, you sound like you're losing your voice. Maybe some coffee will help. I haven't done any talking today. Maybe that's why my voice hasn't warmed up yet. I don't think I've said a word to anybody the entire day. I don't stop to think about that. I think by the time I get to the end of this stream, maybe I will have exercised it enough and it'll sound better. But as long as you can understand me and my slurring isn't too noticeable, I'm good. I'm going. At any rate, I've been trying different settings because once you say subscribers, you must then set a parameter. Must have been a subscriber for so long. So if I wanted to, I could say only people who have been a subscriber to my channel for a year on the anniversary of that year will be allowed into the chat room. That's not what I intend. So then for the longest time, I had it set to 1 day. Figure anybody wants to chat, they can subscribe today and chat the next time. I don't know if that did any good. Then the last time, I set it to an hour. Try to shorten it up and then realize that the stream's over in an hour. That doesn't help. So this time I set it to the shortest period of time you could. I set it to 5 minutes. Now, Jem says that she couldn't get in. I need to know, did YouTube unsubscribe you and you had to go resubscribe? Because if you're subscribed, I can't imagine it wouldn't let you in because all these other people got in. But it could just be a glitch. But if somebody's a troll and they want to take the trouble to subscribe first, wait 5 minutes, troll away. I'm hoping that's going to be enough of a deterrent. And if it's still a pain in the ass, I'm just going to turn it off and stop trying to control it. Here is a link to tonight's panel. Y'all come in. Keep me company. Let's chat about things. It's been I'm not bragging, but it's been a phenomenal week for my channel. Never seen, well, I have seen things like it, but not in a long time. Unbelievable. Last Tuesday night, I was complaining about how I was losing 10 subscribers a day. I was down to 45,000, I think 700 and some, maybe 600 and some, 45,000. Today, I've got 48,515, almost 3,500, 3,000 subscribers more in less than a week. On basically one video, the one where I said, I'm not getting annual physicals anymore. So that is amazing. And boy, would I like to keep it up at this rate. Trying to come up with videos that get that kind of attention is tough. I think the one I released yesterday eventually will perform, maybe not as well, but it'll perform well. That one is up to, let me see, almost 12,000 views so far in a day. I don't know whether I just got better at it or taking the carnivore name out of my channel name got me out of the doghouse with YouTube. It's possible. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in the minds of those people that run YouTube and write the algorithms. I see Gary has entered the studio. Hey, Gary, no slow. Hang around for a few minutes. Lori Weisel says, yes, you just have to wait a few seconds and then the chat bar appears. Okay. Okay. Well, Ribeye Susie said, it said that to me at the first, but when I tried it in the chat the second time, I was in. Maybe I should just do away with it. Let's see if I find out that anybody couldn't get in when they should have been able to. Or I'll call tech support. Tech support would be me. I'm my own tech support. There's the StreamYard link again. And anyway, it's been a phenomenal week for me. Evidently, I'm in my best form. I'm very proud of those 2 videos with the circle, with the line through it. Get a lot of attention compared to other YouTubers. It's still nothing stellar, but compared to an average of 1,000 or 1,500 views to video, I'm up to 123,000 views on that video now. That may just very well be the best performing video of my entire 8-year YouTube career. I think it's outperformed the now famous chuck roast in the crock pot, which is well over 100,000 views. And that one's still going. That one's still going. It's not going as much steep as it was yesterday, but it's still going. And comments, my God, comments. It's incredible. It's incredible. Tuka says, question, how are you, boss, before I crash to sleep? Tuka, I'm doing great. I'm feeling great. Nothing to complain about. Nobody would listen anyway. So why bother? Why bother? Lori says, you're also looking even healthier, in my opinion, lately. And I've heard a few others agree. Thank you. Thank you. I'm feeling really good. And you know what I did the other night? I got curious. I have a playlist on my channel, a playlist called My Stroke Recovery. And it starts with the first video where I come out and announce that I had a stroke. And I watched it. And then I watched the next one from rehab. And then I watched the one where Dr. Nelson came to visit me in rehab. And we did a live stream. We did a video right there. And then some of my triumphs, like the first time I could actually climb in a car, the first time I could drive the car, my first time I actually road tripped, went somewhere with the car, and my walking, and it's a cool story. It happened to me, and watching it, I felt like a third person watching it, and it was quite a drama. So that, if you're curious and you want to compare how I am today with what I was a little less than a year ago, it might be interesting for you. Please do. Please do it. Let me finish welcoming a few people, and then I'll get to Gary. Mike Seeley, how are you in Melbourne? Good to see you. Richard Williams. Sandy Blythe says, best music ever for our grandma. Yeah, 3 live streams and I have to choose. Well, us folks at Old Guy Airlines want to thank you for choosing to fly us tonight. You have many other airlines that you can choose from. You ever heard that on an airplane from a flight attendant? I have. Scott Elliott, good evening from Colorado. How are you? And Sandy, we can see your arms again. Yeah, how about that? Lambs is here. How you doing, Lambs? And I'm going to go up until 7 o'clock here. Francine Bourgeois, good evening. Mitch, I know 123K. Mitch, you're a superstar. I don't know about that. I think the average guy on the street wouldn't know who the hell I was, but it's certainly a little validation anyway after making all these videos and just being disappointed by the reception every time. I've had a number of videos that got decent, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 views, but that was the exception, not the norm. Who is this? Barry Simon, how you doing, Barry? Good to see you. Good evening, Mitch. And Tuesday night, Mitch Fitz. Rib Eye Susie's here with us. I still haven't gotten to 7 o'clock yet. Jerry Hall. Hi, Jerry. Mike from Canada's here. And almost, Mike. Jeannie from Australia, running tap. How are you? You are the winner tonight, right on the button. Right on the button. Nikki is here. Hi, Nikki said, Showtime, Don Shanger. Good evening, Don. How are you? Peter Tauber from Williston. I remember you from the last time. Hi, Peter. How you doing? Good to see you. Louis Lotito and Kat are here. Hello. I am alive on this Tuesday. Good for you. Get your butt in here. I don't see a great rush to the panel. Gary is lonely in there. Okay. So not to keep Gary, because he's been very patient, waiting much longer, I will prepare everything. That look good? I think so. Super. There he is.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Mitch.
How you doing?
Doing well. The anti-feast is over.
The what?
The anti-feast is over.
Anti-feast? Yes.
My fast.
How long did you go?
2 weeks and a couple days.
Wow. When did you break it?
Around 3:30 today.
Oh, today. Well, what did you eat? What did you eat to break the fast?
Delicious dry aged ribeye.
You didn't follow the advice to
What advice?
take it easy, have some bone broth, eat an egg. No, you just dove right in to the fat ribeye. Yeah.
Oh, and it was so good.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Started with had a nice fatty tip to it, and I was just cutting through the fat for the first few bites. Oh, so good.
That's great. That's great. Is that all you're going to eat today, or are you going to try to make up for a couple days?
I mean, I got through most of it and shared some with my cat.
Oh, of course.
And then left it. And then just a little while ago, it was sitting cold on the counter, and I cut up the rest of it, ate it. Yeah, I feel good. I did have a meatball that wasn't so carnivore because it was made with breadcrumbs and it was in tomato sauce, but it was only slightly coated with tomato sauce. Add that.
Who made that? Who made the meatball?
My wife made a big batch of her spaghetti and meatball meat sauce, and so it's been in the fridge for a week and a half now, and she was just taking the rest of it and freezing it. And I said, let me grab one of those meatballs from there.
Well, I see Amy has got a live stream now too. Okay. So be it. Carnivore Farm Mom Cassie says, Mitch, you and Amy are both on at the same time. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
One of my cats caught a little birdie today.
What did he do? What did he do with this little birdie?
It was a she. She played around with it like a cat toy. Was running around with it in her mouth, showing it off at first. She's the one that's kind of a loner from the other cats. She's getting better. I mean, she's usually really skittish around the other cats. So like feeding time, she normally wouldn't eat with them. And then gradually she's starting to make her way to one of the cat bowls and would even share now. So she's building some self-confidence. And I think when she caught the bird, I think she came running around with it in her mouth because she wanted to show the other cats what's up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A trophy, a hunting trophy. A hunting trophy. Jerry Voitis is here. How you doing? I got a lot of conversation going on. Carlos Sampson is here. Who won? Who did win at 7 o'clock? I forgot already. Getting old.
So I'm starting to go through clothes. I'm gonna have to start ditching some clothes.
You're getting smaller, huh?
Yeah, I just noticed like on my hand, like how wrinkly it is. I'm like Plastic Man.
Well, that's where some of the thinnest skin on your body is, up on the top of your hand. That's how come when you get older, your hands start to show every vein, every artery, every muscle, everything, you know.
I know, but I used to have pudgy hands. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
like, so I dropped
No,
it.
I understand. I know. Your body's running out of places to store all the fat it's trying to save up, so it puts it everywhere.
Amy was talking about her doctor said to do the wrist test to see if she's obese, and you know, I can touch my fingers.
Oh, around your wrist? Yeah. Yeah, I can go overlap about half or quarters of an inch. But I have very thin wrists anyway. Always have. And I wear this big ass watch, which is like wearing a cell phone on your wrist. And this watch, you got one too. This one's got the LTE in it, so it's also a cell phone and a watch. You know, you can talk on it.
See, this one's it's got like a spinner face to it.
It's not a digital watch, is it? It's a wind up watch. Yeah,
winding, and you can see the movement. It's like a propeller.
Yeah, I see that. Look at that. I've never seen one like that. That's wild. Yell at the people. Gary, yell at them. Tell them to get their ass in here.
Tuca said he was coming in. Where is he? Come on.
I think he said he was going to bed. I think he said I was going to bed. I saw Lewis in there. I don't see Peter. Peter's probably off in another live stream. I don't see Rick. Probably off in another live stream tonight. Turncoats. That's all right. That's all right. I love everybody. No problem with that. It's just Gary and I are going to run out. We're going to start talking about cigars in a minute and bore the hell out of everybody. I tell you what, I've got over 1,000 comments, maybe even more than that, on I'm not getting physicals anymore. I think that there were so many people that watched that video that didn't watch the whole video. They watched half of it, the first 30 seconds of it. Just because it says I had a view doesn't mean that the entire video is watched. In fact, it never is by everybody. And YouTube, and I'll show you this. Let me find it here. YouTube actually gives us a chart, and it's very helpful. It's a very helpful chart. So I want to let me get this over to here. while we're big and do this here. So sorry to shrink it down, but these are my videos, and this is a video, this one here, third one down, that has 123, almost 124,000 views on it. And I'm gonna click statistics, analytics. I'm at 49,000 in the last 48 hours. But if I click, oh, here's the real time. 125,228 views. I actually made over $400, which is, I guess, what you have to do to make money on YouTube. You got to keep putting videos up with over 100,000 views. Then you can make a little money. I normally make less than $10 on most of my videos. So this was a whoppingly pleasant surprise for me. Got 10,000 watch hours on it. And on this one video alone, I gained 2,400 subscribers. You can understand why this really had me fired up after I was getting so down on YouTube. But the one chart, the one graph that means the most is viewer retention. And this right here on this side is at the very beginning. So even to get to the, just off the first line, 6% of people have 6% of people have dropped out already. Then you can see that when I get to 35 seconds in, I've already lost a third, almost a third of the viewers. Can you imagine? A third of the viewers who clicked on my video couldn't even stick it out for 30 seconds.
Mitch, you know what you should do as a joke? You should generate an AI video of like a bunch of bikini babes.
Oh, that'd keep the guys at least. But see, what happens is, it's the first 30 seconds that gets you. And that's why you always hear these by the book YouTubers. In the first 30 seconds, they always tell you that at the end of the video, they're going to have a drawing for a very special prize or something. They say, stick around to the end of this video for this or that or the other thing, trying to get people to hang in there longer. And what they promise usually doesn't happen anyway. I don't play those games. This is very normal viewer curve. So by the time I get to, let's see where I'm at 10 minutes in, 9 minutes in, I'm down to 30%. You get near the end, and people know you're just about starting to finish up, and then it drops off. So when I say take the rest of the day off, I got 10% of the people watching. Now, you got 100 and something thousand views, 10% is a lot of people. That's great. But when I see some of these comments that I get, and this is why I started down this this line of reasoning here. There we are. Got it back. Some of these comments make more sense because these people are commenting, and maybe they watched a grand total of 30 seconds of my video and figured they knew exactly what I said, or they didn't watch much of it at all, but read the title. And I got a lot of views from people who scolded me, basically, not right off the bat, but as a view count from people who don't know me at all, because not all these people have ever seen me before. Obviously, with that many views, YouTube had to put it out there to people that weren't even aware of my existence. And I started getting warnings. You know, I don't think that's a very smart idea not to get a physical. And then they started to tell me a story about how they would be dead now if it wasn't for their annual physical or a doctor or something else. Or they said, and it was obvious they didn't. They said, if I hadn't, if a doctor hadn't been there when I ran my car into a mountain and sewed me back up, I wouldn't be alive today. As if I told people that if you run your car into a mountain, don't go to the doctor. And that's not what I said. I went out of my way to say the opposite. I praise trauma doctors, and they've saved my life. That's fine. It's these guys that are managing chronic diseases and using blood tests as an excuse to sell you on all these lifetime treatments. That's what I want to avoid. They got the impression that I would never go near another doctor again for the rest of my life. And that's just not what I was saying. So my advice to people is don't comment. Don't comment unless you actually listen to at least 10% of the words that come out of my mouth. And it also tells me that as somebody who's making these videos, I almost have to think about every 10 seconds. Can somebody take what I said in that last 10 seconds as advice? And would that be dangerous to them? Just like news organizations take quotes and other things out of context and show them to people, and it means nothing what the person who is being interviewed said, or even better, they use an editor and turn the words around. Look who's here.
Hello.
Hey, Rick, how you doing? You sounding beautiful today, Rick.
Well, thank you. I feel a lot better since I fixed my water heater.
You're always fit. What would you do if nothing broke? I mean, what would you do?
I don't know. I'd find something to do because I don't think I've gone a week without something breaking.
Good to see you. I know that's what there's always something. We have to tune in once a week to you to find out what broke and what you fixed.
Well, that, and I was trying to make some improvements. I fixed my old keyboard. I wanted to get a new one, but I can't find one. So this is the kind of keyboard that I like.
With a trackball. I haven't seen one of them in years. I hate trackballs. I hate them. Hate.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just hate them. I like a mouse. I
like to have the keyboard on my lap, and then I can use the trackball and the mouse. And
that's the advantage of the trackball. You can use it on your lap, but you can also use the trackpad on your lap.
That is true. But the trackpad to me always gets fidgety. I don't know why. I got too much lard on my fingers.
Man, maybe all the notebook computers have trackpads in them, though. So
that's true. But they're in a bad spot. They're always under the keyboard. So when you try to type, you get the thing in your hand. This one has it on the right, so it's easier to use. But, you know, it had some problems. I had some loose keys, but a little super glue and a little bit of creativity, and I got it back together.
There you go. What are you going to do with all the money you saved?
Well, I didn't have it to spend, so I guess, like you said, I haven't saved anything because I didn't have it to spend.
Yeah, I joke about that all the time. That always brings my father saying back, "Dad, I saved all this money." Well, what are your plans for that money? And unfortunately, that was my ex-wife's fallback. She'd come flying. You won't believe this. I saved you $8,000 today. She come in with 20 pairs of shoes, you know, half a closet full of dresses, 18 handbags. After one of her manic, because she was a manic depressive, she'd be going these manic shopping sprees. My God.
I've seen so many women's clothes. They never wear them out. I only replace my clothes when they go bad. My mother and every woman I've known has always had a ton of clothes. Some they never even wore. Maybe
they got tags on them. My wife had tags. So half the clothes in the closet had tags. We never. There was no opportunity to wear that many clothes.
Right. We donated 52 boxes of clothes before my mom died.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It's a crazy world, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Lewis tonight? Yes, 111's being real chatty tonight. Ever since I got a Costco credit card, I'm earning rewards for the first time in my life. Suddenly, I am something like a penny pincher. Well, you're saving money. I have a Costco card, but I didn't get the credit card. I have a Sam's credit card. And for the first time, and I would say 8 years maybe, I actually applied for a new credit card. Why'd you do that, Mitch? You may ask. Gary, inquiring minds want to know.
Well, you say you pay them off at the end of every month.
I do. I
Must have
don't.
been some kind of perks or a sign-on
Yeah.
bonus.
I don't need another credit card, but I bank at Regions Bank. That's my bank. Regions have been since 2011. In 2011, I moved here to the coast, to Rockledge, which is just north of Melbourne. Lived next door to my son in a house he owned, bought as an investment, and I lived there when my life had fallen apart, and my kids threw me a lifeline basically because I was in bad shape, and I lived there for 5 years until they decided it was time for them financially to do something with the house. They originally bought that house next door to them because it had a much bigger lot than theirs, much deeper. And they wanted to tear it down and build a new house, which is something on waterfront lots you see all over Florida, especially down in Miami, always tearing down the old stuff. But one thing led to another, and they decided that they could sell that thing and make a great profit on it and just fix up the house they were in, which they've been doing step by step for the last 10 years. It's crazy. And they just got done. It was a brick house, a real brick. And they just got done covering the whole of the brick with stucco and stone, which I don't get. But they wanted to look more modern. They've
Like
added bedrooms, they added bathrooms to it. They've done all this stuff. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. I haven't seen it's not finished yet, but might take a picture of the finished product. You've seen, if you've watched my videos of me there, sitting out in the backyard. The intercoastal waterway is 1 mile wide there, and they're right on it, looking out towards the sunrise. The backyard faces east, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous place to live. Gorgeous. I'm looking at the chat, and I see very few green people in there. So I imagine because I'm not doing these people, I haven't even looked to see how many people have dropped out of the private community. But I don't blame you. I still appreciate the support, but I understand. Believe me, I understand. And I would rather have a couple of videos do real well and not have to rely on the buy me a coffee and Amazon links and all that. I would rather.
So why did you get the credit card?
Oh, that's right. Well, from Regions, I got this thing in the mail, and I usually just throw them away because I get a couple every week. You qualify for this, you qualify for that. I said, okay, but this is from my bank, Regions. And back when my credit was in the toilet because I had taken a bankruptcy because I went broke back in the mid-2000s when my restaurant went under. So it took me a long time to recover from a bankruptcy on my credit report. And I was a customer of Regions back then. I had some money in their bank. I went into my branch and said, I want to get a credit card. I've been using a debit card up until then because, if I had the money, I could spend it. I was treated like a deadbeat by society. Different story today. Different story. My FICO score today is 815. They're chasing me. They want to loan me money. They want me to buy new cars. They want me to take out home mortgages now. I said, where are you guys 11, 12 years ago when I couldn't even get you to shake my hand, let alone give me any money? Well, it's all about the numbers. So now today, I'm not a deadbeat anymore. What a country. What a great world. And so I got this thing from Regions, and they had turned me down years ago. And when they turned me down, I almost closed my accounts and kicked the door on the way out, But I didn't. I understood. I wasn't insulted. I wouldn't have given me a credit card either with the credit score that I had, realistically, if I want to be honest about it. And I am a realist. But I got this credit card thing, and the number of points, the interest rate was nothing of concern to me. It was like most credit cards, 28%, and but I don't care. I don't care. I don't borrow any money. I pay it off every month. Then they had a year and a half of zero interest the first 18 months. I don't even care about that. What do I care for? I'm not gonna borrow any money from them. I'm gonna pay it off. I pay it off before the statement comes. I only get statements from credit card companies that say zero balance. That's what's reported to the credit bureau. That's why my FICO score is like 815 now, because it's perfect. And they say you should use your credit cards to show a balance, but I found that every time I do, my credit score goes down, even if it's only $100, So I wanted to get a credit card that had a higher credit limit than the ones I had. Up until now, I've had the highest credit limit I had was on an Amex card. It was $10,200. Not that I planned to spend 10 grand, but as a backup for emergencies, it's great. The credit bureau starts to penalize you when you get over what they call 10% credit utilization. So that means with my $10,000 credit line, if I have a statement balance over $1,000, my credit score will be hit, and it's ridiculous. So I called Regions on the phone. I got the offer. The points were great. They were paying 4 and 5 points for certain categories. And you may not think that's much, but on my Sam Club and on my Amazon card, where I get 5 points on everything I buy from Sam's Club and everything I buy from Amazon, I'm telling you, it adds up. It really adds up, especially if you end up buying something big like a new cell phone or a new camera or something. It does add up. Gasoline, Sam's Club credit card gives you 5% back on gas at any gas station, anywhere. You don't have to buy it from Sam's Club. You can go to an Exxon station. They'll use the Sam's credit card. It's a MasterCard, and you'll get 5% back. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that. When you buy gas at Sam's Club, you get, I think, 3% on the gas, and then you get 2 reward points at Sam's, which you get as cash back, and you can take off when you're checking out at Sam's Club. But anyway, it adds up to 5%. Amazon, 5% on everything. It's a great deal. This one was as good as that. Had a $250 signing bonus. If you spend $1,000 on a credit card in the first 3 months.
Hello, cigar page.
Yes, sir. So I said to myself, well, between just the cigars that I buy every month, I get pretty damn close to the $1,000 in 3 months anyway. So I can still use my Amazon card at Amazon, get 5%. There's many things I can pay by credit card, and getting $1,000 in 3 months is not going to be a very, very big chore for me. So I decided, let me apply for the thing. So I called him on the phone. We went over the application on the phone. I applied for it, gave him all my, they ask you a million questions. And then the little girl, who was so sweet, she comes back to me. She goes and hits the button to submit the application, and she gets a message back that says credit frozen. You know what that means?
Hmm.
You know what that means, Rick? Credit frozen?
Unless the card was turned off.
No, you have the option at the 3 main credit bureaus
Hmm.
to put a freeze on them giving out your credit information to anybody.
Hmm.
That's my default setting for those things. Regions Bank uses TransUnion. What I should have done is remembered that, but I haven't applied for credit so long I forgot about that. You know, I haven't applied for credit. Last time I had to give my credit stuff out was when I leased my new car a year ago, and I forgot to do it then too. So I went on to the website TransUnion and unfroze my credit reports, and they reran it. I got it approved.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I know that I'm in great financial shape now, I'm not rich, but I'm certainly not starving either. And I'm making enough money to put some away. So again, I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable. As long as something doesn't happen to me, I could probably go a year or two, but after that, I'm going to be in trouble. What was I going with this? I know that I had a point I was trying to make.
Well, you're talking about how you got your card, you turned the credit.
Oh yeah. So I turned the credit back on, and I said, "Well, is it approved?" And she said, "I can't tell you that because it wasn't approved the first time it went in, and it's going to have to be handled by our underwriting department probably in a day or two, and they'll resubmit it and blah, blah, blah." So long story short, if it isn't too late for that already, and I'm afraid it is, they finally approved it. It showed up on my statement along with my checking and savings accounts at the bank, and I haven't. They gave me a $22,000 credit limit.
Oh.
Which is the biggest credit card. Now, even that is nothing these days on a credit card. When I had money, most of my credit cards that I had were like the American Express Gold card or the Platinum card or the Black card. The Platinum card had no credit limit. No, there was no such thing. You had an American Express Platinum back in those days. You had a checkbook. And you talk about cash advances. You could write checks for anything, and they cover it. I was up in New York with my wife one day, and at the time, I was buying and selling diamonds of all things. And we were in New York, and I was in 42nd Street where all the jewelry stores are, talking to all the old Jewish guys up there, the diamond merchants. And I bought a few diamonds, and I wrote checks for about $40,000 right out of this. I paid them right off, so I didn't pay any interest on it. But it would write the check, clear. Check is good. It's crazy. So, but now in the state that I've been in for the last 15 years and recovered from it, that 22 grand was very gratifying for me. But I still won't get the card for another week to 10 days because that's how long it takes them to process it and mail it out. But my
Speaking
bank.
of buying diamonds, Mitch.
Yes.
Did you happen to buy any eggs on sale from Amazon? You can get 18 for $1.
18 eggs? What kind of eggs?
It's the Amazon fresh.
I mean, you're talking about real eggs, real eggs.
Yeah, the ones you eat every day for breakfast.
I haven't heard of that. 18 for $1?
Yeah. I think it was Bride's Biscuit mentioned it in the chat the other day. And I went up there, and sure enough, so I bought $4 worth.
let me know how they are, but they're not farm raised or anything. They're just regular white eggs, right?
It says cage free on them.
That's meaningless,
Warehouse.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
But no, I'd be interested in finding out the quality and how they can get them to you without breaking them all to hell.
if you don't like it, it's still worth throwing at your neighbors or something.
Well, you can always use eggs. Hey, absolutely right. If nothing else, just throw them at random passing cars, you know.
And I never use it. I never use Amazon Fresh Delivery, but when I went on there, I only had to do a $25 order to get free delivery.
Wow. Wow.
So I got
Well,
some half and half for my wife, and heavy whipping cream, and some breakfast sausage patties, and it was $25. And sure enough, all these eggs in the fridge now.
and did they deliver it?
And they delivered it, and you don't have to tip the driver either. There's no like asking for a tip.
They don't do that either. Wow, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. It's incredible these days. You can get it. You don't even have to leave the house anymore.
I
I
don't.
don't know about that.
Well, you do, Rick, because
You have to get on the
living
old bicycle, get the money, go to the store, or go to the
You're-
parking lot or the canal.
well, you're still living in 1950, you know. and I'm saying that with a great deal of envy because I wish the world was still like it was back in those days.
Well, at least you can remember it. I wasn't even alive back then. That's
Yeah,
the
I can
problem.
remember it. I remember I was born in 1947. So when it got to be about 1951, I was 4, coming on 5 years old. I have vivid memories of those days. I remember my first day of kindergarten. So my earliest memories of society and the world were the early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up early 50s to the mid 60s. I graduated high school in 1964, and I went into the Army in 1966 and never looked back. Never looked back. Got out of the Army in 70. And that, to me, just doesn't seem like that long ago. And yet I'm 55 years, coming up on 60 years. Wow, wow,
I was in kindergarten in 1973. So,
wow.
and it's funny you're mentioning gas. It's been months since I bought gas. I think the last time I bought gas was in August.
Well, you're even me. I have a beautiful car I bought before I had my stroke, and
Mhm.
it's got 15 and maybe 1,600 miles on it. It's a year. I just got an email from my car dealer. Congratulations on the 1-year anniversary of your. I finally took it in and got the oil changed simply because it's been a year, but there's no mileage on it.
Mhm.
I don't go. I have no plans now. I'm going to drive over. This is going to be a great adventure for me. And I got it, and I saw a comment on one of my videos from Juliet, Coach Juliet, who's going to be at Kilts. He's also on the 6th, and I'm looking forward to meeting her there too. So it's going to be quite a party. Speaking of Kilts, what happened to him this morning?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there. And also, I think they must have turned off his YouTube or something because his channel isn't streaming.
Well, but the videos are still there because he's got the videos for the next 4 or 5 days already posted.
But I was there waiting. I'm like, why is it not coming up? I had to go to Alia's channel to watch his video.
Bride's Biscuit says he got booted. I can't believe that.
Yeah. Dr.
can't
Abs
believe
was on the video today. And tomorrow, I forget who was on there tomorrow. But yeah, it wasn't working. I had to go to Alia's channel.
Wow. Wow. Let me try something here.
Hello, this is Rob Kilts. leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Wow, that's unusual. He didn't answer his phone either. That's unusual. That's the first time I ever, well, he may be a busy guy. He may be doing something tonight, but that's the first time I ever called him where he didn't just jump on after one ring. So hope he's all right.
Maybe he shouldn't be eating raw meat on his lives.
Not nice of YouTube to do that to Kilts. Why would they do it to Kilts? Honest to God, of all the people on YouTube, the least offensive and harmful guy is Robert Kilts. But I can't believe that they booted him. It was in an interview and the guest said something bad. Juliet said that. Juliet, come on in here if you don't mind and tell us about it. What you know about it. I'd like to find out. You got a slap on the hand and give it a 5-day timeout. Oh, well, that's good. At least it's not he didn't get deleted. He didn't get his channel deleted. Wow. Maybe I ought to think twice on who I bring into my life stream. Let me reconsider it. Let's see. This guy's probably dangerous, and maybe this guy's, and that just leaves me. No. and I'm. Oh, here comes Juliet. Great. Oh, sweetie, how are you?
I'm good. I'm in bed listening.
Well,
can you see me this time? Last time I was having trouble.
Yeah, we see you, and we'll be happy to join you in bed if you don't mind.
No,
So
for
don't worry
God's
about it. No, I'm kidding. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. Busy.
So what do you know about Kiltsy?
Well, yeah, what happened was I wasn't on it, but a guest said something about drugs or something. And I won't say what they said, but it wasn't super bad or cuss words or anything. But that alone, YouTube said no. So according to Alia, he is on timeout. They didn't, take down his channel. They could have, but they didn't. But he's on timeout, so they think it's going to be a few days.
Did somebody complain? Because they normally won't do that unless there's a complaint filed.
I don't know. I would think people would complain about like offensive words or something. That guest didn't say anything.
You mean like my coffee cup?
Yeah.
How can they complain about offensive words? Have you listened to some of the stuff that's on YouTube? Just watch Joe Rogan one day. He's our biggest star, and listen to the language.
Or Jonathan, right, Rick?
Yeah. I thought we were over that. I don't know. Nonsense already.
Something about the cartel. I don't know what the heck he said. I wasn't on, but apparently, I mean, you wonder though, did somebody complain?
I would think so. How long after that did that stream just get cut off midstream, or did it finish and he got the suspension later?
No, it was after. I think like the same day later on.
I think somebody complained. Somebody probably complained.
Probably, because I didn't see it, and then it's not on there. Because of course I'm like, I'm going back to find out. It probably would have gone viral with us all going back to check, but it wasn't there.
Wow.
And I get up at 5. Love Kilts, but he's on at 5 my time a.m. and I'm like,
well, you know that Nelson has his own channel.
Yeah.
He could take over doing the morning lives if he wanted with Alia using Dr. Nelson's channel, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe they're going to do that.
We have to only go on Alia or Dr. Nelson's now. That's
what I did.
Yeah.
Did they have the stream? Did they actually have the stream on Nelson's? Oh, okay, so they're already doing that. I didn't know that. I didn't even see that in my feed.
Yeah. But Dr. Nelson, Dr. Kilts wasn't. Was Dr. Kilts on this morning, Rick? I didn't see him. I didn't see him this afternoon, and he wasn't on Zoom, so I don't know if he's personally on timeout. I didn't even think about that, like personally.
That's nuts. That's with all of the freaks on YouTube.
I know. Look at the panel right now. Look at your guest. Who knows what is going to come out of Gary or Rick's mouth?
Here,
Well, I'm pretty predictable.
Thomas says supposedly the guest said he bought illegal drugs to help with a condition of his, and that's all it says, a condition of his. And I'm banned. Well, okay, guys.
We could talk about cats now, Mitch.
This stream does not
I don't
require
have
me
a
to be
cat to
in
bring
it.
on anymore.
This stream does not need me in it. And when I take
You're
myself out, you don't hear my audio. I have nothing that I do except put myself back in is going to show up on the stream.
Okay,
That's why
I don't hear you.
you don't hear me. Oh, did I
I
screw
hear
you up?
you.
Rick hears me.
I
I'm
don't hear
sorry.
Mitch.
Let me
It's my
try it.
phone.
How
Maybe I
about
should
now? Can you hear me now?
I could hear you now. Yeah. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
For some reason, when I put myself back in, it didn't reconnect me. And occasionally we have that problem when a guest comes and goes. Other people
Me.
can't hear him, but Rick and I always hear him. How about, I can't hear Gary. No,
I
he's
think
playing.
he's playing a game.
He's pulling our life.
He is.
I could do the same thing.
Yeah. Busted, Gary. Busted. Say something. Maybe he can't hear us.
Something.
There you go. Okay.
I'm
Meow.
always watching Gary's channel. He has lots of cats, Mitch. You should watch it.
Oh, yeah, I don't get enough cats in my life. I was just saying to myself today, I was saying, Mitch, Juliet disappeared on us.
Hmm.
Where'd you go,
Cat got her.
Juliet?
Cat got her tongue.
Cat got her. Went black. Oh, gone. Channel disconnected.
Must have been Milton.
I don't know. I'm just saying to myself today, Mitch, and I said, what? You just don't have enough cats in your life. I said, I do. I have lots of cats in my life every time I go live streaming. I haven't seen a cat tonight. Where's your cats, guys?
Mine's on the bed sleeping.
Oh, sleeping. Have you changed his name since he's a girl now?
Milton's not a girl. He's an it.
He's an it, yeah. Yeah, God, my cell phone is going crazy here. Who keeps sending me emails? Cigar Page. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Had to be the 15th email I got from them today. I got to stop. Let me delete it. I don't even want to read it because all I'm doing is keep ordering cigars. The deals.
I hope a lot of people are getting pregnant.
Oh, man. You can't. Gary knows. You know what I say? You see these deals, and I'm almost to the point now where if it's more than $3 a stick, I won't even look at the ad because you can get. I just bought the last one I ordered was this afternoon. Got this ad for the Mazzos, which means a bundle of 25. And I know what cigars they are. They're good cigars. They're not Cuban sandwiches. They're long leaf factory seconds, and they were less than $2 a stick. I 25 cigars for $40. I said, holy! I used to pay $100 for a bundle of, and that was cheap, $4 a stick for. So I bought one of those just to try it out. And I've been liking the Gary the Olivas. I've been getting from Cigar Page. I turned my son onto it too.
The last batch I just got, I just tried the cigar from it today and didn't really like it.
What was it?
And so I got like 24 of them. They were like the factory seconds, unbranded.
Yeah, you got to be careful with some of those. The good news is they're really cheap, and they do in a pinch when you run out of everything else. Well, we lost Rick now. Well, Gary, it's back to you and me, and 8:03, and we did it, and we got through it. There's Rick is back, and Peter, fashionably late.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Yo,
Quack.
You're
How you
You're a
doing? I'm
little-
sorry. I'm like, I'm driving home.
yeah, we understand. Well, we're just about ready to say goodbye to everybody, but I'm glad to see you, Peter. Good to see you.
What were you guys talking about?
Well, we were talking about lately. We were talking about Kiltsy. Do you know anything about what happened to Kilts?
Well, yeah. So there was something in the comments that Alia didn't address, I think, properly. Something slipped through, evidently. And YouTube gave him a 5-day thing, like timeout.
For a comment
Yeah, that's what
You mean in
Alia
the-
said.
in the chat or in the comments?
I don't know. She just said some comment of some sort. I don't know where. And they missed
I
it.
never heard of that before.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Alia more about it. But so they had to go on Dr. Nelson's channel,
That's what I heard. Yeah,
Alia's channel.
and Alias. Yeah,
or maybe it's Alia's channel. Yeah, like
Yeah.
so, and it's gonna be that way. You know, for 5 days. Well, he doesn't do it on the weekends, so
yeah.
I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe by Monday or Tuesday he'll be out of timeout.
Somebody must have complained.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something happened. There had to be a complaint lodged somewhere.
Mhm.
You know, YouTube, they'll take you off the air. I mean, they're just as soon as looking at you. They don't care. They don't care about
Yeah.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
No,
they hate the keto carnivores.
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
mean, look what Rick's doing to society over here.
Public? You mean public enemy number one over there?
Yeah, he is.
I'm looking at the comments. We had a lot of chatting away this
you
evening.
know what? Your videos are doing pretty good. I've been watching the view count. They're
You-
doing really good.
Really good. They've gone astronomicals.
That's what I said.
I can't
Yeah.
believe it. And the comments. I mean, I spend half my day just reading comments on it. That's the downside.
Yeah,
Downside.
but you know what? I bet the comments are great.
Well, most of them are great, but I'm getting an awful lot of people who watched 30 seconds of it
Right.
and rate me 2 paragraphs or 2 screenfuls of nonsense that are totally wrong because they didn't understand a word of what I said or the point I was trying to make.
That one,
Well,
I just give them a thumbs up and move on. Don't read all that crap. Just do thumbs up, move on. That's
Yeah,
it.
there are some I usually do, but there are some I can't even bring myself to give them a thumbs up. I type a reply just to get it
What do you do?
out
What
of
do
my
you type?
feed.
What do you
Okay.
type? What?
I type okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Just put okay, whatever.
That means whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, most people aren't going to get retribution seeking mad about a comment where you guys is okay.
What's the difference of just giving it a thumbs up versus an okay? What's the
Well,
difference?
When I give it a thumbs up, it says Mitch
Good
Weiss
comment.
loves your comment.
Oh,
and I can't
right.
bring-
Yeah, you can't do
I
that.
can't bring myself to have anybody think that I would love some of the ridiculous dribble
Yeah.
in the humongous volumes that they
Yeah.
just put in my chat.
Mhm.
Are you getting any like vegans or vegetarians or
One or
Or,
two out of thousands. One or two vegans out of thousands.
that's it? Wow.
Yep. They're not watching that kind of stuff. It's amazing. And it makes me believe that the vegan trolls require or don't even go watch videos on any non-carnivore channels. So in other words, my channel name doesn't have carnivore in it anymore. So maybe I'm not a target for the vegan trolls like I used to
Yeah,
be.
they don't know you're even out there.
Probably, and
Mhm.
that's just as well. So
Well, that's why Rick doesn't really get any either, because he doesn't have carnivore in his name.
yeah,
That's
but
true.
most of the YouTubers that do the best just have their name in the channel. Now,
Right.
Rick doesn't have that, but Rick gets all the old 1960s and 70s car guys. Charles Moore, oh yeah. He gets the Tim Allen crowd with that name.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Whereas
Well, how many people have engines in their house?
That's right. I did once. Honest to God, I did. One time when I first moved to Orlando back in 1983 from St. Pete, I had a little money back then, so I bought a rental house. I bought a house to rent out.
Yeah.
Back then, you could get houses, a typical 3-2, 1,900, 1,800 square. You could get them for $65,000-$70,000. So I bought this house. I rented it to this nice young couple. They came and they rented it from me, and I wasn't a big deal. I didn't have all kinds of credit checks and background checks like these big management companies do. I looked them, I took them at their word. Well, they were a front for what evidently was like 10 people that were going to share the house.
Oh, wow.
And one of them, I had just redecorated. It had brand new, beautiful carpet. I go to collect the rent one day, and I look in, and this guy's rebuilding his car engine on my brand new living room carpet. It took me like months to get them out of there. It cost me a fortune.
I have a question. Was his last name Rodriguez?
Might have been. Might have been. No, I don't even think. I think Rick was a little kid back in those days. This was back in 1983 and 4. How old were you then, Rick?
I was just started carnivore, 15, 16 years old.
Okay. But it was really something. And it got me out of the home rental business for the rest of my life. I would never, ever, ever, ever own a rental property. I don't even want to live in a neighborhood where there are rental properties. The dregs of humanity. And that's the biggest problem. And that's problems are people having today with the Airbnb. An Airbnb on your street can ruin your life. Ruin your life. People rent those things, throw parties in them, make noise.
We got one down the street.
You know what I mean then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You should hear the boom, boom, boom on the weekend.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And what, as a neighbor, trying to get any relief from it, the cops, they didn't even want to take those calls anymore.
Sometimes they got cars lined up all the way down the street.
Exactly. It takes a little parking up and everything. So
they don't park in front of my house, though.
Well, it's that machine gun in the turret on your roof. Maybe it scares them away. In fact, put a machine gun turret on your roof. Put a machine gun in there.
Well, I do have a cannon in my front yard.
Oh, maybe that'll do it. Yeah.
I got that when they closed the New England Oyster House.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Mitch, in the house I was renting last, there's you go in the entryway, there's a dining, it's open, and they had the dining room on the right, and then like I don't know what you call it, a family room, a sitting room.
Yeah.
Something. And no use for it. You know what I mean? So it's just like Amazon packages, boxes would stacked up. And I had some car parts. I think it was like some headers or something. And it's hardwood floors, but I had put a rug down and some cardboard and had like the headers sitting on there, right? And my landlord freaked out. I'm like, how the hell does she know I had car parts? Turned out it was her handyman that came out to do some repairs at the house, ratted on me. Oh, and I also had a case of beer, right? Because my brother-in-law was going to come over and do some work on the car. So I bought a case of beer for him for when he came over. And she flipped out about that. And she's like, you got car parts in the house and beer. I'm like, I can't have beer. I don't remember reading that in the lease that this was a dry house. I mean, come on. Landlords, they're ridiculous sometimes.
Did you get evicted? Did she evict you?
No, it just complain about it. And I just talked to like reason, like, are you kidding me? It's like she thought I was like having, I don't know, car wrenching parties, drunken car wrenching parties in the house. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, I had to laugh about it. I mean, I'm like, come on.
You motorheads can really party.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to end this party. Sorry to do
Man,
it, Peter.
I just got here.
Well, whose fault is that? You have to work.
Peter, you
man.
can go to the next live.
Go to the next one. Absolutely. It's like
15
live
minutes.
stream. Live stream's crazy. Are you having one tonight?
Yeah, with Russ. 15
Russ.
minutes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I might watch. I don't think I'll participate because
it's homesick
homesick
Buckeye.
Yeah, Buckeye. Yeah, I know the stream. All right, everybody. The party's moving to Russ's house, and Rick's going to be there. So let me play a little happy music. Yes, sir.
See you
Little
later.
happy music for you, and guys, said Peter said, "See you later, Rick."
All right. See you.
Good. Thanks for coming in,
Anytime.
Gary. Always a pleasure.
All
You know
right.
that. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. And everybody else, I didn't get a chance to say hi to everybody tonight. I didn't look for questions. We'll do that tomorrow morning. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody who came in here, thanks for your support. Always. I'm reading over the chat. A lot of talk about kilts in there. Don't see a lot of questions. Oh, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. Morning coffee with Mitch right here on WOGC in Melbourne. Now I need a little musical jingle to go with that. WOGC. I like that. WOGC. Until tomorrow, my friends. Until tomorrow. Keep a smile on your face and keep some meat in your mouth. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.